Hello everyone, welcome to your Aquarius new moon reading, and this new moon is going to be on February 1st of 2022. It'll be around 12:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when it's going to be at its fullest. So for some of you in the western part of the United States, of course, that is going to be on the evening of January 31st, and wherever you're at in the world, of course. But this new moon has wonderful Aquarian energy coming in. It is an energy of independence. So when you're looking at help that's going to be coming your way around this new moon, it's going to be more coming from like groups rather than an individual. So that's kind of that Aquarian energy. They're more group oriented than, individuals. The new moon energy also has this kind of push to flow with any changes that are coming in around this new moon. And it's kind of this advice to step back from situations, cool down, and have like this rational look at current situations, not all that heated emotion flowing through there. So you can allow things to develop and try thinking from a different angle. So all that kind of energy is coming in. There's an affirmation. I love these Moonology decks that Yasmin Bullen puts out, and this is the Manifestation Oracle. And so you can see here, this is the new moon in Aquarius that's coming up. And the affirmation that she mentions in her little book that comes with this deck says, "There's only one of me, and it's safe to be me. And I love me." So I really, really like that one. And so with all these new moon cycles, of course, every 28, 29, 30 days, we have that new cycle of the moons that happen that go from new moon to the quarter moon to the full moon to the third quarter moon, back to the new moon again. So there's always this fluctuation there, but within each of the signs as well, there is a 6-month cycle. So this is the ending of a cycle that happened like over a year ago. But we have the full moon in Aquarius that happened back in 2021. In fact, we had 2 full moons in Aquarius, one after one another in 2021, which doesn't happen quite often. And so we had July 23rd, and then the blue moon in Aquarius on August 22nd. So if you look around those dates and in between those dates, you can kind of look and see what kind of changes were happening, because this one, the full moon energy for back in that time, was about being real. It was about opening up to clarity around circumstances in our life, separating our ego's influence from the capital T truths of the reality of a situation. There was this balancing between the heart and the mind, and this balancing of being real versus trying to please all of the people all the time. The affirmation for those back in that energy was, "The truth empowered you and it set you free." So there was this setting free of something going on around July 23rd through August 22nd or thereabouts. And so since then, all the way up to this new moon, you've been working on all that energy of being more real, of seeing things more clearly, seeing beyond the ego and what your ego was saying something meant, like what story you were putting around a situation. And the clarity came over these last 6 months, which allows you to come in to this new energy where you're allowing the changes to happen with all this information that you gathered during that. So we're going to dive into each of the individual zodiac signs and just see what the Creator wants you to know about this new moon and about what these changes are and what you can go with the flow with. So we'll jump into your specific reading right now. All right, all my Leos, this is your reading for the new moon in Aquarius. We're going to start off by pulling at least one card here from the Spirit Junkie deck. And this is just going to be what the Creator wants you to know about what clarity came through the last 6 months to you, and or what kind of change or changes are you encouraged to flow with or flow through. So one more time here. All right, so for our Leos, what would you like them to know? Okay, this will be your card right here. And, oh, there we go. Beautiful green with a little sun in the middle. It says, guidance is available to me now. I know that angels, ancestors, and spirit guides are always at hand. I do not walk alone. Perfect. Yeah, so definitely over these 6 months, it's like this awareness and this connection that you've been growing with the spiritual side of this existence. You know, you have our human side that you've been walking, but you've really been becoming aware of your higher self. And with that, your connection to all those beings of unconditional love and light on the other side, whatever you believe they are, whether it's creator or spirit, Holy Spirit, guardian angels or spirit guides or loved ones on the other side, or ancestors or unicorns or fairies, whatever it is, you've been developing this relationship that's been growing and growing and growing. And it's like coming to this beautiful new level with this Aquarian new moon. It's like this new start, a new level of your relationship with them. So I am loving that. And let's take a look here. We're going to pull some additional cards from the Good Tarot. And just find out what else the Creator wants you to know about this Aquarian new moon and this new level of your spiritual relationship with your posse. Or sometimes I say your support team on the other side. So for our Leos, what else do you want them to know? Okay, they want that one. None of those. What else? Okay, they want that one and that one and this one. So these four. And what else? Okay, actually, they say start with these. We're going to pull more, but they said start. So we're starting. Yeah, so you got the High Priestess, and she's card number 2, which I just started this video series called The Two of You, you times 2, which is getting to know the two of you that are in this human existence, like I just talked about, your human side and your higher spiritual side. Because the High Priestess, she steps away into her temple and connects in that silence with the upper worlds, with the spiritual worlds. She goes into the unknown, goes behind the veil of that is, you know, our human side is veiled from the spiritualness so that it can experience this human side in such a delicious way. But at some point we do wake up, which you've definitely been doing for at least the last 6 months since the last Aquarian new moons in July and August. And this is just this telling us that, yep, you are connecting higher and higher and higher. And this is all about that relationship. So perfect card. And then you have the Four of Earth, which would be the Four of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. And the Four of Earth or Pentacles is, for me, it's a message of finding your inner worth. How you have been looking at the outside world going, I see what everybody else is wanting to go after, what everyone else wants, but I'm finding something more deeply inside of me. This, you know, definitely when we taste of this unconditional love and of this relationship that we can have with our higher self and all those beings on the other side, it makes this outside world stuff just feel so much more unfulfilling. And so we find this worth, we find it within us. It's a solid foundation of our worth. Think of fours kind of like a table with 4 strong legs under it. It's a very strong table. And so this is a very stable feeling of worth and abundance in the physical plane. And so, which makes sense when we're talking about the two of us, that when we start to realize who we really are, that we are this royalty back home, that it's like we join together and we realize that, oh, I have these resources, I have this wholeness and completeness, I have this eternity, I have this endlessness and limitlessness and this powerfulness that I am. We stop looking at so much on defining ourselves by the outside world and find this inner worth that kind of starts to sprout and become more stable for us there. Yeah, and then you have the Queen of Fire. Makes sense with this going on here with the High Priestess. Because fire would be the wands in the Standard Tarot, which this is all about our drive, our ambition, our aha inspiration, our passion, and our spiritual energy. And with the Queen being here, one thing that she does is she brings this ability, this confidence, this just focus, that she could laser focus her energy and get stuff done. So there is that side of it. The Queens also, the in this deck, the other royalty, the Page and the Knight and the King, they'll have a salamander or a lizard of some kind that helps protect them from the fire and protect them from the risk of, expressing this beautiful energy. But the Queen will always have a black cat in the Standard Tarot. And that represents like our familiar, our connection to the spirit realm. And, all the queens in all of the deck, in addition to their, like she's fire here, but all the queens also bring water. So she has the spiritual energy and the water energy, which High Priestess energy is kind of like that water energy. It's very emotional, where we dive deep into that. It's how we connect with the other side, is through our heart and through emotion. And so this is definitely a reiteration of that you're bringing in this beautiful focus, but this is about connecting to your spiritual side, and you have a lot of divine feminine energy coming in, which is very nurturing, very motherly for you as well. Then you have the Ace of Earth. Earth, like we talked about here, is all about the outside world, and this would be new opportunities that are going to be unfolding in the external world for you. And what's cool with that is because after the Queen of Fire here, she doesn't feel that she's taking risks, because with that black cat and her connecting to the spiritual realm, she doesn't feel like she's taking a risk, because she's so connected that she just knows this is what she needs to do next. And she doesn't even feel like it's a risk, because she's connected to the eye in the sky outside of space and time, and she feels confirmed, and she feels like she has this clear message. And so the opportunities that come will open wide up for her, because again, she has this ability to really laser focus her energy and get stuff done. So she's able to move into areas that a lot of people don't with that energy, because other people will fear and risk and tentatively do stuff, but she's just go, boom, yes, boom, 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 boom. She's making these decisions so intuitively with the connection to the upper realm that she can just move very quickly, along a path or in a project or whatever, and she just gets stuff done because she was able to make decisions very clearly and quickly, and they were decisions that were kind of heavenly guided, literally. And so she's like, it's easy. How did you get here so fast? Oh, I just listened to my upper GPS. It told me, take a left, take a right, go here, go here, go here. It's like being in a maze, a big maze that you can't see over. And, the walls are just, 5 times taller than you. And so you're down in it. But when you are communicating with someone above, looking at the entire maze, they can tell you, and they tell you how exactly, take a left, take a right, take a left, another left, take a right, and they can really guide you. So what else did you want our Leos to know? Okay. So they wanted to do this together. So you've got the Hermit, And you've got the messenger of earth, which would be the Knight of Pentacles. And so this is about taking time to go within throughout this process. Continue to spend time connecting here, because this knight, or this messenger of earth, of Knight of Pentacles, is all about, all the other knights are very fast moving, because it's all about our drive and our thinking and thoughts and our emotions. All that's in the inside. And those things happen, fast. But this is talking about the outside world. It's going to go a little slower, because you change from the inside out, not from the outside in. So all this that's going on the inside with that hermit, it's like on the outside, things are going to take a little bit of time to catch up to you. And it's okay. Everything has a season, but continue to focus going inward, because this 9 and the hermit does point you to this inwardness, like this high priestess. Take time to get into your temple, get away from all the noise, get away from all that shadowy, fearful noise, and connect to the higher realms, and just get used to sitting in that beautiful love energy, because that is what is making this life change for you. And then what else do we have here? You have the 8 of Fire, which would be the 8 of Wands, and the Chariot. So the 8 of Wands, we already talked about wands being spiritual energy. This is about faster movement. So this is going to be based on the choices that you make, because the Chariot is all about your power of choice. No matter what comes your way, you still have the choice to decide what story you apply to it and what emotion you're going to feel with it. And the 8 of Fire, or the 8 of Wands, is about fast-moving energy that's coming in, but you don't have to fear it, because you get to choose what anything means that comes your way. So it's very empowering. The 8 of Wands for me is also a card of messages from Spirit. So you have all these little orbs around you. Those are also messages coming in from the spiritual realm for you. So another confirmation here of this is so much to do with communicating with your spiritual world, your spiritual posse around this Aquarian new moon. You've been doing so much for 6 months, developing this relationship, and this you're so ready for this next level. You're so ready to do this, but there is this message about making sure you take time away out of all the chaos, so that you can raise your vibration to that of the spiritual realm, which is of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. And when you raise your vibration to that, and you're able to hear so clearly the messages from above. So, and I know you've been doing that. You've been working on getting quiet, how to get away from things, how to lower the fear noise, and, turn up your love noise, your unconditional, not noise, but your unconditional love energy. So turning down the fear noise and raising your love vibration is what you've been working on. And this is like you're going to a new level with this Aquarius new moon. So really, really loving that for you. Yep, they don't have anything else to add to that. Just take time out to talk to them, because they have so many messages and more things to tell you. Now, in addition to these readings, I also do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, also weekly energy updates by each of the elements, like fire signs, water signs, etc., new moon, full moon readings, and a couple of other types throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, and then click the subscribe button, and then the notification bell, that does allow you to set the setting to be notified immediately, and also that helps share the love, because all those things help the YouTube algorithm share these videos as recommended or suggested videos to others when you do that. So if you feel so inclined, of course, I greatly, greatly appreciate that, but there's never any pressure to do so. All right, my Leos, just know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing new moon, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And until then, you take care.